What is up, everybody? Alright. More Camelot. Hopefully we get to fight Tristan today. Music's a little loud. Honestly, people complain about hunting quests, and I agree, they're kind of boring. But honestly, they're pretty good value. You're basically doing a QP daily, an Ember daily, and you get good mat drops at the same time, right? So for 40 AP, you're getting like the value of like 160 AP or some bullshit per run. Like, it's pretty good, because you get about 1,000,000 QP, you get a nice chunk of gold embers, you generally get some mats, and then sometimes every few runs you'll get a gold skill gem. That's pretty good value. They're not exactly interesting, but for filler content, they're pretty good. Alright. Really, this account should be spamming these, because I'm going to need bullets for a VC Brawn, and we need skill gems really bad, but I want to do Camelot, so. Yeah, I wish they stuck around for more than a day, I agree. They're basically there to get people to use their apples. That's pretty much the point. But at least they give you good stuff for those apples. Oh yeah, we were fighting Shadow, Serenity, and the demons. But then I got a really bad headache. Alright, what are we doing here? So apparently Epic 7 added a new game mode last night. Why can't FGO do that? Alright. Time to pick some messed up. They always are at the start. Do I turn one in P? She didn't get any of her art cards. Nah, I'll be patient here. You need to have like a training room in FGO just available all the time. Don't want George to die just yet. Cause oh my god, if George dies this turn, it's so bad. All of Plot Monk's cards are in the third hand, and so if he dies, the deck gets shuffled. So if I had known that my hand was going to be like this, I would have used the first skill immediately, but too late now. If we get a rerun, it's probably going to be the maze event. And they might have just enough time to do it. They could do the hunting quest right into the maze event and then right into the anniversary. But who knows, they could, you know, do anything. That really is bad luck right there. Like, it's pretty easy with this deck to get some art chains for, like, Nursery Rhyme. So Nursery Rhyme gets a lot of NP and stuff, but the way the deck was shuffled there is pretty fucked. Because Nursery Rhyme has 3, Plot Monk has 3, George has 2. And yet my Nursery Rhyme has 52 starting NP. Not ideal. Can she face tank that? I'd like to save my evade for when the caster's NP. Yeah, I'm feeling better today. I feel like I did play this right, I just got bad luck. I think the way I played would have worked more times than not. It just didn't. Wait, she actually does her NP instead of an extra attack. Okay, well, we learned something. Gonna have to use the evade. It wouldn't have mattered, she insta-deathed. Okay. Thanks, game. We might be able to still win, but that's such bad value. I'm just gonna turn 1 NP, and unless I get an art chain on turn 1, I'm just gonna turn 1 NP. Probably don't bring Nursery Rhyme, to be honest. Okay. I'll have George wait 1 turn to taunt. Hey King, what's up? No, you can't block insta-death with debuff immunity. Insta-death is like its own thing. The only way to survive it is guts. Insta-death and sacrifice are like their own unique mechanics. Yeah, or yeah, you specifically have insta-death immunity. There's that too. That's such a niche thing that they came up with, though. I actually think I wait 1 more turn. I want to make sure George isn't gonna die like right before she NPs. I should have cast Guts. Oh, I see. She even has a gimmick where her insta-death chance is way higher. Unless your death resistance is high, she's really likely to proc it. So yeah, it's super meta to save taunt on George then. Do I heal Nursery Rhyme? I don't know if she's worth it, to be honest. I don't think she's gonna do too much here. She gets it automatically though, the game casts it before the battle starts. It's kind of like how when you fight Lion King the first time, she just automatically gets Charisma. This is going so much better than last time though, like just getting the value out of the NP for sure was fine. And then having George take the NP is a million times better. The funny thing is he's gonna live because he has guts. I mean, he might die to the other mobs or something, but I like how she didn't even proc insta-death there, although I guess her skill wore off. I wish George had died because I could have Mozart and I could do the art up and then do her. I could do Nursery Rhyme's NP, then art with the crit up. Or did she insta-death? Does she do damage and insta-death? It's pretty rare that low stars do that. Gramps does that though. I wish Shiki did. Let's give Shiki a 3 hit count art NP, but then if insta-death procs, you don't get any of the hits. This makes sense. That's unfortunate. Well, it still canceled their turn. That's so funny. Hold on, I'm gonna BRB real quick. I gotta run to the restroom. Don't do anything questionable, chat. Alright, I'm back. Time for a daily dose of Zeet. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Man, I should have waited to use Nursery Rhymes NP. I don't know why I didn't. Let's go Buster stuff? Blue's being a bad influence, I see that. She might kill? Nah, I'll do this thing. Alright, at this point, as long as Serenity's dead, everyone on the field can die. It's fine. It's actually better if they die. Get Ushi out. Yeah, this isn't really a deck you would expect to do a C-Red press red turn, but it worked. Now, I could be really efficient here and taunt and evade, but I actually want someone to die. I might just taunt with nothing else. Nah, that doesn't make any sense. Unmobile feels bad. I did wash my hands. Orange soap, by the way. Smells amazing. We're not heathens here. Hey, thank you for the 20 bits, man. Been busy as hell, yeah, it is the way of life. That's good, though. Normally, I do get green soap, but I haven't left the house in forever because of the virus, and Tusk has been doing all the shopping, and he bought orange soap for some blasphemous reason, so. 'Tis what it is. Okay, seriously, I just need somebody to die, so I'm not gonna use, using defensive stuff here. David was overkill. Could have just made that Ushi. Yeah, there's green soap. Man, this team could probably win, but I think it behooves me to let somebody die. I swear, Ushi's gonna show up at some point. So if there was anyone here that I wanted to live, it was David. But ultimately, I just need somebody to bite the big one. Unfortunately, our Nursery Rhyme doesn't have her upgraded NP yet, so she don't hit too hard. How is nobody dying? Dude, I should have just killed with this team. I wasn't using you know, my evade and the defense up and all that stuff. But we're almost done. Literally, if you didn't crit anyone else, you would have killed them. There we go. It would be so OP if you could like auto kill your own servants whenever you wanted to. Like you could manipulate that. But then you could like force a solo and things like that after you've gotten a certain amount done. That'd be crazy strong. Super overkill time. Get him, Mozart. Let's go. I think he can handle it. Okay, that was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. Alright, let me fight fucking Tristan already. I cannot believe how long you go without fighting a knight, dude. Like that entire stream yesterday, we didn't fight any of the knights. Does anyone in chat actually think Ushi's gonna get an animation update with the anniversary event? Does anybody have faith? Still no Tristan, dude. No. She might, I don't know. I mean, she's gonna get one, it's just... It's like when. I should have brought Hercules to get Bond. Actually, I kind of want to use him for this stage, because it's one of the stages where they make you fight a million different classes, and... that's where Berserkers excel. Don't want Mozart to live that long this time. I don't know, they could be humanoid. We'll see. I mean, we know Uriel and Steno are getting one soon. That kind of hurts the odds of Ushi, I suppose. No need to taunt in wave 1 here. What? I wanted her to kill that. Fuck. Because then Robert was supposed to hit the saber. My value. Surely this time. Should have used Golden Roll over those 2 turns. Might have been enough. Probably not, but... What, a passion lip right up? I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. I feel like that when they really wanted people to do that was the CCC rerun. So, I mean, you know, they rate up things at super random sometimes, but I wouldn't expect that anytime soon. But you never know. Fujino rate up would be nice, though. Trying to get a bit of NP gain on Mozart just in case. I doubt we're gonna need it, though. Already fought Mordred twice. So I'm pretty sure Tristan is next. I actually want to wait because I want Robin to have an art card. I just don't want Mozart to randomly die. That would really suck. Gee, Ludes. I don't think it would. I mean, I don't see why it would take a lot. I mean, they were way back in the day before they even re-ran K&K, they just randomly rated up Void Shiki. You know, they do that sometimes. Just kind of depends on if the feel like it, think about it, and if the schedule kind of fits in a filler thing like that. How have I gone through this many turns and I still, like, it's in the last hand for Robin's art cards? That super sucks. I'm gonna wait again. Game, please. I like how the dude used defense up. We should be fine. I'm sure they're aware that people want Fujino back. I mean, it's been so long, so probably didn't need to do the attack up. Not super likely that Robin's gonna live. Do I give him... I'm tempted to NP on Herc, but I kind of want to try to get Robin his NP and finish off that last saber. The thing is, and I'd like it if they randomly updated a lot of the old characters, but they never have. I mean, we've had so many anniversary events and whatnot, and they've never updated a bunch of people at once, ever. Damn it, Robin didn't get his NP. Hold on, I'm gonna grab water. Should have done that earlier, but BRB again! Professional stream, by the way. Very action-packed. I blame Tristan for this. Alright, I'm hydrated. Man, they make you fight freaking these Camelot knights so much. I see that Robin and Mozart are dead. David's got this, right? Surely. What, is Beastly here? You know, Arthur and Merlin have the same voice actor. Man, these hands suck. David's got a triple art deck, man, and we don't get an art chain. I'm actually a little bit worried now. I blew a lot of my resources, so if he gets his NP before I get mine, might not be great. I'm so glad. Wait. Oh, Kingu. For a second I was thinking Kingu is a Lancer, but no, he's an Avenger. I was like, wait a minute. That ain't right. But yeah, I'm so glad Ku can solo that when he gets his upgraded NP, because Ku has Divinity, and so he gets really wrecked by that fight. If Fujino soloed the 600k Lancer, I'd be concerned. Too bad you'll never get to fight Kingu, the anniversary version of Kingu again. Very unlikely, because he's slightly harder than the one in the story. I don't think we're ever going to see him again, though. I suspect they're going to do something different this year for the memorial battles. I hope, because one, I'm tired of them, and two, because, you know, they've brought, you know, it's like, what, we're going to do another one for London? You know, it's just kind of silly, but, I guess we'll see. I might die here. Am I going to lose this stage? David, please, you've got, I think you got Art of Death. No, he's got, he's got Art of Death, and that works on these guys. That's not enough. I blame the defense up. Oh my god, double buff? No, okay, I just lost this stage. Alright, I gotta take this a little more seriously. I gotta get David's interlude right underneath it too. Okay, god, Serenity is so pointless here. She's actually so pointless, I'm gonna use her as fodder at the start so she just dies. Yeah, I mean, she doesn't counterclass a damn thing here. Like, she's pretty useless. Oh, this would be handy. I gotta think. Alright, let's try this. This is a stage where I wish I had Bedivere, just because he gets his NP nice and quickly. Because it's really just that one Lancer you gotta worry about. Man, I think there is a decent chance we're about to get the Maze rerun. And I'm not really happy about that, because I did not enjoy that event at all. On the other hand, though, I do legitimately want to remake the final boss video, just so I can make the quality better. But, I just don't like that event at all. I really don't. There are very few things they could rerun that I'd be like, ugh, but that's one of them. Do I taunt here? I think no, so if someone gets smacked, I can just heal them. I mean, I think it had good loot. I think the Amaze event had pretty good loot. I guess that's one good thing. Chat, can you like stop asking like if I'm gonna level things? It's like I have no XP cards. Like what do you expect right now? Like we've been over this multiple times. Yeah, and the poison command code. I don't need it though. The only account that needs it is this one, and this account can't do it because you have to do Lost Belt 3. Because the crap account already has it, my main account already has it, so it's not really a big deal. The funny thing is, if this was my only account and Robin was my favorite character, I would be blasting through the story to make sure I could get that command code. But yeah, I like Robin a lot, but I've already got him with the command code on other accounts, so I don't really care if this one has it or not, and I don't want to spoil the story and have no fun. Because seriously, I could get to Lost Belt 3 in no time if I was actually trying. Like, you summon a really powerful support, use Hercules for everything. If you get stuck on anything, use command spells, you can be there in like no time flat. I think George is always counting cards. He's just looking for a chance, man. Oh, and thank you for the I didn't realize. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, man. Appreciate it. 3 months. I like how I read your sub message and didn't realize you subbed. Excuse me. I love that emote, though. It's very accurate. Chat, for the millionth time, there's no world where I'm leveling in Q2 right now, because I don't need... At what point have we been like, oh man, we need another Lancer? It's been more of, oh my god, I have absolutely no Embers at all, and I need to level like a million other things, right? Like, there's no world where I'm leveling a fucking Lancer right now. Have you looked at our lineup? Like, look at the levels. Look at the bottom of the screen right now. We have a level 55 George, a 48 Caesar, and a 65 Robin. Does anything about that reek of, oh man, we've got spare Embers? Definitely. Alright, let's see, what am I doing here? Like, there's no, you don't need Lancers in Camelot. Like, that's not a thing. Like, you fight a couple of archers, but not really. They're trash mobs. Can we not kill my Caesar? I should have taunted. Why did I not taunt? It's like too late now, but... You know, sometimes I feel like I'm just talking to a brick wall. Is Berserker Vlad useful for anything? I mean, yes, but not anything that someone else couldn't do. There's nothing like, oh man, you want Berserker Vlad specifically. It's more like, oh hey, you just want a Berserker here. The only thing like kind of unique about him is that he's an art Berserker, I guess. But the problem is, as great as art teams are, Vlad is so not great that even if you don't have good art support, like let's say you only have good art supports, you don't have good Buster and quick supports, you're still probably better off using a Buster Berserker and just using what you got, and they're probably going to perform better than Vlad with an art team, because Vlad's just not that great. Unless your other Berserkers are only like, you know, low stars. Because, you know, Vlad's a 5-star. That's useful. I wish George was dead so I could have another support in here. Okay, I am going to give him the attack up this time because we don't have Mozart's art up. Man, if we had Mozart right now, we have double art card. We could do the thing. Oh well, Guess I use this, because this Lancer's still gonna be alive. What makes Vlad so bad? His stat line is stupid, his NP multiplier is randomly lower than it's supposed to be, his NP gain is incredibly bad, and his toolkit is really basic. Like, again, because he's a 5-star, and you know, they have buffed him several times, he's okay. It's just in comparison to other 5-stars, he doesn't keep up very well, and especially in comparison to other 5-star Berserkers. Like, just because his stat line, you know, because he's a 5-star is better than a lot of 1 and 3 stars, there's definitely uses for him. And sometimes you just need a Berserker, right? There's like multi-class situations and things like that. There's plenty of reasons why you just want a Berserker, period. But he doesn't really offer anything unique. Yeah, his new buff did not help him very much. That's a big part of the problem. His other buff was pretty good, but his recent buff was not very helpful. It was better than nothing, but it didn't really address the issue very well. It's a bit risky to go for Robin's NP here, because he might die. I could save him, though. I'm attacking the Lancer because I should one-shot the Saber, so even though this isn't good damage, it's good enough. I should have done Art Buster quick. I would have gotten my MP there. Please hit Robin again. Damn it. Ugh, I thought I was gonna get enough MP there, but I paid for it. It's always 98%. Now we have to roll the dice if Robin lives or not. See, now he'll double attack Robin. Don't do it. Okay, that's a good start. Ooh! He wanted it, man. He might live because of that defense up he's got. We've only got the art up. Yeah, I'm feeling better today. The thing is, his upgrade did not make him a survivalist at all. Not at all, because you only get value out of the new guts they gave him if he dies that exact turn. Otherwise, it goes away, and then you just use the original guts, right? Like, that's not very good. It's good if you're fighting an enemy like Mordred that's just like blowing her load every turn, right? But generally, you don't. If you use that skill, you're not going to be sure he's going to die that exact turn, unless it's like an AOE NP or something, right? So like when you get that second stack, so make it simple. When you use that second stack of guts, if that second stack of guts doesn't go off that exact turn, it's lost, and you don't get any value out of it. So that's really specific, and it's ultimately not that good. It's better than nothing. It's certainly better than nothing, but it's pretty whatever. The best part of the buff was just the NP gain. The problem is 30% of trash is still kind of trash. So it's not like all of a sudden his NP gain's good. It's still quite bad. Bye, Caesar. This setup is definitely better than the other setup, though. It went fairly poorly, though. I think Vlad needs one more buff, and then I think he could be alright. Because, again, it's not like he's awful. It's just... I mean, the NP multiplier is pretty bad. The main reason he has that broken NP multiplier is because he's a day 1 unit. There's a lot of units where you could tell they thought this unit might be too strong, so they did stuff like that. Like with Medea, they gave Medea a broken NP multiplier, and they did that because they thought, oh my god, she has a skill that gives her 100% NP, so she could like double NP so easily. Oh no! Right? Meanwhile, we got units triple NPing like it's nothing. And they have normal NP multipliers, so I would get Mozart to 60 with foes, because sometimes you need him to live longer. It's like, oh hey, I need to wait a turn before I use my skills and stuff. Now, I wouldn't necessarily put him at like super high priority. Like the reason mine's 50 isn't because I'm like, oh man, it's so meta to have Mozart at 50. It's just because I can't afford to give him the stuff right now. Because as I said earlier, I don't really have spare embers. Why are they making me use Serenity on stages where there's no riders or berserkers? Like what? Why? Every knight class and then assassins. That is awful. I kind of want to not bring a story support. I kind of want to just slot like a regular 3-star that's just like something of value. Like, oh my god. I'm gonna open up my main account here. Doesn't even have her 3rd skill. I will say, I am excited to see what we get for the buffs. You know, so every time they do it, because anniversaries normally buff more units than what they do with interludes and the mid-year way thing, which they skipped this year, but anyway. So yeah, we got a shot at something crazy getting buffed, you know, maybe even Phantom, right? Maybe Serenity fans get something. We'll see. I want to summon Mori, but I probably shouldn't do that. I kind of just want to show off a Berserker that I don't maybe use too often. Oh, I know. Let's do Atalante Altar, Evil Cat. But she's pretty good, but not OP, and I don't actually use her that often. I have no idea how the night classes are going to work out here. Let's change how we're going to do this a bit. I really need to level my mash. I would really want, like, Fergus if he had his 3rd skill for the evade, because I don't want my saber to show up when I turn the right to NP. That'd be really bad. The only reason he would buff Gil is if they wanted him to be, like, you know, competing more with, like, a lot of the more recent archers and stuff that's been buffed as well, like Ishtar and Super Orion and all that stuff. But, like, I mean, he's so good as is, and he's still got a niche over all of them where he's the best still sometimes, so there's not really any need to do it. I'd be afraid if they buffed Gil, they would give him a survivability skill, which, it's kind of nice that he's got a flaw like that. So I think it's lore-wise, he's got plenty of survivability, but I don't know, I think if I was gonna buff him, I'd kind of want them to double down on, like, more ridiculous AoE damage, right? 3 waves. Well, like, if you need AoE and you're fighting multiple enemy servants at once, Gil is still one of the best options. Because Super Orion is completely single target, you know, he's not really the greatest. If you're fighting, like, 6 enemy servants in a boss, you know, like, there's plenty of boss fights where you fight 6 or more enemy servants. And they have health bars. That's not a good time for Orion. And Ishtar's fine, but because you're focusing more on the AoE side of things instead of necessarily doing the big crits on a single one, a lot of times Gil is just the way to go because of Gil's, you know, anti-servant nonsense. Ereshigal doesn't need a buff at all. Ereshigal is crazy good. Like, if anything, Ereshigal is like really... See, Beastly's, he knows how bullshit it is. That's why he wants it. Like, it's, Like she's like too much, really. Like when you compare all like the AoE people of each class, the Reshigal really is abnormally ahead. It's pretty fucked up. Buffing Abigail would be fine though. Abigail's good, but she's nothing like if you're not fighting berserkers, there's really no point to use her. Although welcome to foreigners. And when you're fighting berserkers, you don't even really need a foreigner, so it's all kind of dumb.
Yes.
The thing is, a Reshigal can hit really hard with her NPs because you can set her up to just have so many buffs. And the reason her NP doesn't hit that hard is because it's so easy for her to loop it. Like it's not like it's kinda easy, it's unbelievably easy. Like she loops like a champ, right? The last thing you need is a servant that loops that easily, and then oh by the way, I'm also doing insane damage, right? That's not really necessary. Because at that point, she's so much better than the other AoE Lancers at that point that why would you even use them, right? And I don't think that's good for the game.
Yes.
I actually think I need to NP here. This is messed up. I don't want David to die yet. If I NP this one, can she do 31k to the other one? Be pushing it. See if we get lucky. Alright, RNG, let's go.
Yes.
Karna and Reshigal are both really good. I think Reshigal is slightly better, especially because she actually has survivability. They're decently balanced against each other though, because Karna is like more about upfront burst damage, like immediate burst damage, and he gets his NP very quickly right away, and then the big crits and everything. But on the flip side, in the long run, he doesn't loop as well as the Reshigal does. So in like a longer fight, he might do less damage, and then she has survivability where he has none. So they're actually balanced pretty well against each other, in my opinion. I do think a Reshigal is slightly better, but for specific things, Karna can definitely be better. And then Karna also has the anti-divinity gimmick, and divinity comes up all the time, and Karna's damage against people with divinity is extremely good. Like, it's very noteworthy.
Yes.
Then the summer event will be before the anniversary? No. They've, like, never done that, and I don't see why they would now. It's not like they're behind with the anniversary. You know, the anniversary is on schedule for always. You know, it's always at the end of July or the beginning of August. And the only way I'd see them doing that is if, like for maybe they were working on the summer event way ahead of time, right? And like a lot of work is already done on it, and whatever they were supposed to put in July, like, isn't done, and then they put it there or something like that. Because I think they did push Guda Guda forward, the rerun of Guda Guda. I think they actually did that before they wanted to. I think they did that because whatever was supposed to be there wasn't ready. Like there was a lot. I think there was a lot of things that pointed to that. But so you never know. DW does weird shit sometimes. I mean, they just straight up skipped Halloween. So, and they skipped the Christmas rerun, so they could do the summer event before anniversary, but I don't think so. I think they do the anniversary, because they're pretty meta about the anniversary, and it is like, you know, kind of have to do it at a specific time. And the summer event is something that makes them a lot of money, so I think they're happy where it is, and they're not going to want to shake it up. But who knows? We'll see. I suspect if there's anything before the anniversary, it's going to be a rerun. That would be my guess, but I could be wrong. This stage did not play out anything like I thought it was going to. Like, not at all. Really easy to protect Atalante though, because it's like for the few turns we didn't have David's evade or taunt, we just had her evade, so that was pretty smooth. If I focus on NP game, somebody get their NP and kill it, or do we do normal card damage? I don't know. Fuck it. We'll do this. Because George is gonna die and give us NP. Funny, eggs have always been pretty easy for me. Feels good. Alright, easy peasy. Well, Scatty gets rated up again, so if you really got your heart set on getting Scatty and it's like your like ultimate goal, then just save up until gets rated up again. But, oh, actually, you have such a long time before she gets rated up again. You could probably roll on something, then start saving up, but it depends on how sure you want to be. Also, doesn't NA still get some summon tickets or some crap over the next few days? I don't know what my single favorite challenge quest was. There's been a lot though that I've liked. I generally like the ones that are hard, but then flexible enough that you can play around. Okay, this must be Tristan, but like off the top of my head, I really like Romulus and Guildfest, Leonidas and Guildfest, Zeus, not technically a challenge quest, but it was really good. I don't know though, there's been so many challenge quests, it's hard to remember. Oh, and I liked Da Vinci and Nerofest. Okay. They give you Serenity when you fight Tristan. That's just stupid. We'll go with the 3-star saber. I don't want to bring like a 5-star or anything, but we could do a 4-star though, because I use so many 3-stars in the 1 to 3-star account. I kind of want to like give someone else the spotlight. What do we want to see, chat? We could do Lancelot, Gwaine, Bedivere, we could do Choco Jana. That'd be kind of interesting. This is not a good stage for her, but she's a good enough unit. You probably make it work. We use Yagyu a lot. Lancelot. I think we'll do Lancelot. That's thematic, and I really like Lancelot. I almost never use my Lancelot. Like, it's crazy how little I use him, which is kind of criminal, so I really need to give him command codes. And it'll just be interesting to see how such a weak account like this one, now, the shitty thing is we don't really have Hans prepared. Hans is like the way to go with Lancelot, but this account's Hans is crap. Let's see if I can get him. Oh, fuck! I hate this UI, by the way. It's so stupid. Like, if you want to go back, you always have to like click the thing forward once, then go back. But I'd actually already done that, so I just started the damn stage. Well, fuck. I kind of want to see how we do with this setup. Is literally just what we used last time. I want to see if it just miraculously works. Oh yeah, you have to fight a bunch of archers first. Okay, yeah, no, that ain't gonna happen. I hate this UI. I have no idea why they make you hit forward to go backward. Like, it's just dumb. I actually probably need to level our coup. About time for that. I don't think I have any Lancer stuff on me, but I can just use whatever. Yeah, it's because I just did the hunting quest. Where do you think I got them from? How are you gonna look at that and have anything to do with what I said earlier, which is saying how dumb it would be to level in Kidu right now, which is still completely accurate. Like, how do you look at this? Look at this screen. Everybody, look at your goddamn screen. How do you see this? And like, oh yeah, with that puny amount of XP cards you have, now's the time to level somebody from 18. Totally. Like, not any of this, like, look at this. I got a 50, a 40, a 55, a 50, a 50, a 50, a 50, a 48, and a 33. Right, and then it goes down to 26, 22, 24, 23. Like, that is so bad. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Alright, the question is... See, if I can get Hans to... Oh, fuck. If I could ascend Hans one more time, I could get his upgraded third skill, which would be so good. But, that ain't gonna happen right now. What do let me think, Archer-wise... The only XP cards I really need to save, I think, would be, like, Saber ones. Ready to seat, oh my god. That would go so badly right now. Yeah, no, there's that Camelot stage that's got the horseshoes. Actually, I probably will do that stage later. Once I do beat this. I'll be glad to beat Camelot just so I can roll for Bedivere. And then by roll for Bedivere, I just mean have a shot at Bedivere and actually just be rolling in general, so I might get, like, you know, a higher NP rank of Coup. That would be really nice. Like, I have so many people like NP 1 and 2 right now, it's not great. Actually, I guess I will use these. Probably should have saved some of my Rider ones. It would have behooved me to have leveled my Ushi there instead. I didn't really even think of that. You know what? We're gonna go get Ku's upgraded NP. I don't even care. We're gonna put Camelot on hold for a second. I'm gotta get my boy ready. Get some damage, man. If I was NP5, I wouldn't care so much, but I'm NP2, so I need all the help I can get here. The Dinsei Night music is amazing. Oh yeah, and sure hit. That's good too. Alright, and now we got our debuff clear too, and that's handy. We've had a few times that that's annoyed us. Wait, what am I doing? Down here. There we go. Making me use some of my apples, man. We don't really need to do anything legit here. We gotta do whatever we want. We'll go with Canis, why not? She's good for this kind of thing. You get AoE, like I don't know if it's AoE single target, I have no idea what the stage is, and she's kind of good no matter what the stage is. She's really nice like that. If you're going in blind, you have survivability, AoE, and single target, so it works out pretty good. God, I wish I had Shakespeare. What do I need Bond on? No idea. Ported Seas can be decent, depends on, you know, the kind of unit and if you want them to live or not. But yeah, it's a handy budget CE. There's a lot of better ones out there, but first, you know, when you're starting out, you might not have the Canis CE or that Sunlight CE, so yeah, that can be good. It's kind of an odd opening hand. Damn. That wasn't quite enough. That could have been a lot better. Would you guys like to attack? Really? It's gonna waste my taunt? Let's see how it is. Watch this George damage. Oh yeah, 3k. That's the good stuff. That was like the worst decision that this guy could have made. Like, and Ku has the debuff clear and everything. That was a very bad decision. On the I don't know, sea squid thing, devil starfish. We could have done that so much faster. Really, if I knew George was gonna live this long, I just wouldn't have brought him. 98%. See, I was gonna have George die, then Mozart comes in and uses his third skill, and then Canis could like do crit things. But George never died. Almost got it without any crits though. Alright, just to show off. They don't have as many buffs, but still. A little bit of damage. That Ku hand, dude. I'll take a snake jewel. That's alright. I want Anniversary Blonde so bad. I know why you did that, Rex. Also, hi Rex, how you doing? Not burning Kidu. That ain't happening. Yeah, she would have gotten burned. I'm telling you, when we beat Camelot, we're gonna roll, and I'm gonna be rooting so hard to get some stupid gold that I don't want. Yeah, I'm really hoping that happens. Or I just get some 4 stars, because if you get enough, you get enough 4. If you get enough 4 stars, they can get you Anniversary Blonde as well. And I have a few 4 stars I might burn, but I haven't decided yet. Until I get more, there's no point in burning them this second. Me speak English real good, like... I talk good. I'm not burning Martha. It'd be like Frankenstein. I don't really have any use of her at all. Professional Englisher. Exactly. See, the dream would be that one of these was strong enough that they could survive, and I could do NP quick art or something, but that's not gonna happen. Also, I have not tested this yet, but I want to use Canis with Shakespeare, and then have him give her the charge when she does her NP, because maybe she's at 80%, you have Shakespeare charge her, now she's 100%, but then she gets the Star Gen, right? So she gets the Star Gen up on her 3 hit count that hits 3 enemies. I want to know if she can actually make a lot of stars there. She should. At least make a decent amount anyway. But I haven't really tested that yet. Five Lizzes, yeah. That's an easy burn. Oh look, it's the little one. He's about to get bullied. The lad. Shane Canis didn't get either another Buster card or art card to get the art up from Shakespeare. I mean Mozart. Alright, chat. Is he gonna live? Will he make it? For this turn, obviously. He's gotta survive this turn. No. They don't have that many buffs, but, it's not looking good. No, yeah, no, he's gone. I think the last one's Ishtar, I think? Yeah, I was pretty confident he was dead there. But you gotta make it, I wonder if you could solo this with a 60 coup, probably. I've soloed with a 70 coup before, so I'd imagine a 61 could probably do it, but, we're just gonna murder her. I should have changed the setup though, could have made a more, speedy, turn 1 boom boom setup. I really like this song. It's from Rusty Hearts. It's good. It's actually, I don't know why, anytime I'm like making a YouTube video, I kind of forget the song exists and it's never on my radar, and I kind of need to fix that. So I think I've used it like once ever, which is kind of a crime. Man, I wish this was the turn we could switch screens, because I can make a decent amount of stars here. Unfortunate. Will you stop that? Pace when your shrimp ramen is so hot you can't feel the taste. Just wait a minute. give it a moment. Dude, I love like ramen and stuff like that's like spicy, like really. You put some red pepper in it and stuff. Oh my god, I love it like so much. It's so good. I hate spicy food, feels bad. I will say most people, unless you're born with a natural resistance to it, which most people are not, it's something you have to kind of build up. You know, most people when they first eat spicy food, you're always going to hate it, generally, just because it's going to be hot and all that stuff. But it's something if you eat enough, you build resistance to it, and then you just get the flavor. And that's why people like it so much, because spicy stuff has extremely strong flavor, right? It's just a lot of times it gets blown out of the water by it just being too hot for you. But when you get used to that kind of stuff, you end up just getting a lot of flavor, which is really nice. Okay, how do I want to do this? Oh man, we could do a pretty cool... I hope we don't... I want to not kill everything here, because we can actually do something really cool next turn. we can make stars here. Okay, it's just don't kill everybody. That's all we need here. Just don't kill everybody. You can kill the eyeball. But yeah, it's not for everybody. Because, you know, food is subjective as always. So. Actually, a lot of people in my family don't like spicy food. My father really liked it, and I like it. That's about it. My brother. Fuck! What are you doing, Canis? We had so much more damage next turn. We were gonna use the attack buff, and then we were gonna bring in Mozart, and because we had no Buster cards there, God damn it. Just fucking shredded Ishtar there. I should have done quick NP. That would have been the way not to have killed Ishtar. Alright, got our upgraded NP. Which NA is getting that, like, what, tomorrow, I think, or something like that? It's, like, really soon. $80 minutes. I'll have to get that when it comes out. Alright. Lancelot, that was the one. Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can make Hans a bit better. I'm not gonna have his upgraded third skill, but just upgrading his skill at all will help. I don't know if is it worth it to use my caster gems? I mean, I have basically none, so I'll just level it once, and then, we'll have to get caster gems later. Because I need Chin Gong and Mozart. I got so many things I need caster gems for, so... Alright, let me think. Leonidas would actually be really good here because he's good for the trash and then he's good for the boss. We haven't really had room for him. I almost want to front load with Hercules and just let Hercules do some stuff and then die. Like, I don't need him to live forever. Don't know if George is worth. I'm very skeptical of this. This is actually probably the hardest fight with Tristan just because of the trash mobs. Depends on what you're... It depends though. Like if you have good Lancers then it's really not, but... Yeah, I want a Proto-Coup buff a lot. I'm just afraid, and I think this is so likely, if they ever get around to buffing Proto-Coup, they're just gonna give him the buff they gave Coup. Which, yeah, that's better than nothing, but he needs more than what they gave Coup. To make, because Coup was already better than Proto-Coup, and then Coup got buffed, and I was way better than Proto-Coup. So, like, they should give Proto-Coup, like, a quick up before his NP, like Kojiro has. I think, and then the sure hit and all that stuff. That would help a lot. I don't think they're going to, but, we'll see. I know, like, lore-wise, they have the exact same NP. All the other bulks are different from each other, where Proto-Coup and regular Coup have the exact same bulk. They're, like, the only one like that. But you could have it representing, like, his runes or something. Like, the quick up doesn't necessarily have to be from the NP. And, like, the quick up, it could, like, represent that, you know, that he's younger and more youthful, right? Because he's stronger. That's a thing. Like, they literally say that. And that's why his strength is higher and his agility is higher, right? So you could have him hitting harder because he's stronger. That doesn't actually make a lot of sense because the NP isn't related to your strength stat. But, you know, work with me here. Alright, what are we doing here? So George would definitely die first. I wouldn't want Lancelot to show up that soon. I don't think this is gonna work, but we'll see what happens. We might need to bring Caesar. I suspect what I did in my main account was I probably brought like Ku and Proto Ku, and then like George Mash, and then I probably had like you know, Bedivere Caesar or something. I think I did something along those lines. This account's not prepared enough for that though. I think I wait one turn taunt. Wow. That's with the CE not giving him too much damage. Looking decent so far. Does he, I need to see that animation in slow-mo. I can't, does he draw a sword? And then like he charges in and does something at close range there, but I couldn't tell what he did. I wanted to know if he took out an arrow and meleeed you with an arrow. I really want to know. I need to fight these guys sometime in slow-mo and see if I can get them to crit. I'm really curious about that. That was a weird turn. Throwing a lot of damage out the window, unfortunately. Damn it. Okay, whoo, that could have been really bad. Weird that he goes... That's what has something to do with why the turn can get canceled sometimes if you have Guts and Taunt. You see, their turn got messed up. It's supposed to go Archer C, then Archer B, then Archer C again. But it went Archer C, no Archer B, then Archer C again. You can see it because he did NP. And I've seen that before. It's so weird what happens when you have Taunt and Guts. I can't really figure out, like, what the fuck is happening. It's really strange. I could just have Mash Taunt. I'm trying to think. I'm incentivized to use her invulnerability because I want the NP charge. I have no idea how much damage this is gonna do. I don't think I've ever done a level 60 NP2 but upgraded NP from Ku. I don't think I've ever done that. And we'll never know. So, rip. Actually, we'll probably know at some point. It's not right. I didn't see it. God, I need to put this in slow-mo. I want to know what he's doing. Do I have Hercules NP? I mean, I'm not lagging. I'm not lagging. It'd be really nice to NP Tristan in the face. I think we try. I'd be really incentivized to try to kill this guy the old-fashioned way if I'd gotten a better hand for doing damage right now, where I really didn't. The dream would be have Mash Taunt in the first turn of Tristan, and I could have her not die here. Oh yeah, he's got sure hit, that sucks. That's better. Yeah, generally downloading additional data does help with that kind of thing. Okay, if I can't kill him this turn... Oh, fuck, man! Really? I like how Mash dies so the deck gets shuffled, and then Lancelot just like, yeah, I'm gonna take everything. I gotta do 19k to this guy. Lancelot, please. Come on, come on. Oh my god. You... that didn't go very well. He could have NP'd anyone else and it would have been fine. But no, I gotta save Hercules' NP for Tristan. I blame Mash for this. I blame Mash for this. She set all this in motion. Slow motion attack. Oh, here, let me see. Yeah, I want to know what the hell's going on here. I think he's just bashing him in the face with the bow. He's just bow whacking. I don't know why. I don't know why. Because it's not like, okay, I understand if you're already in close range. If you're already in close range, you might as well hit him with the bow, right? But he's going to them. He's an archer charging the enemy so he can hit them with the bow. And then he backs up to shoot them. That doesn't make any sense. Also, that RNG was unbelievably bad. Like, that RNG was unbelievably bad. Mash was a higher level, that would have helped. I'm gonna try again without changing anything. I feel like that was just outrageous. I mean, I could have just NP'd the archer, but I really do want to NP Tristan if I can help it. Like, that would be nice. I just like how Mash died, and that shuffled the deck, and then fucking Lancelot got a Brave Chain. And then the archer NP'd Lancelot, and then the archer only had 200 health left. Like, come on. Hit him very hard. And very fast. Really? No, game. I didn't taunt. Yeah, I think you may be confused, game. I didn't use George's taunt. I like how that was just so bad because he didn't have his defense buff. Right? Like, he got hit all 3 times, they didn't use any skills, and they attacked George 3 times, and I didn't have defense buff. I like how that makes Hercules' evade go to waste. I wanted them to hit Hercules, like, obviously. The game just assumed you forgot. Okay. I do want the NP gain though. I'll do this. Now see, if that was the actual Deathflight NP, it'd be AoE and, like, you know, do a lot of damage. It'd be great. Yeah, we're a bit ahead of where we were last time, so that's good. Though we're behind on NP gain. And some of that is because the archers only shot George, because we would have got NP gain from that. Yeah, see, it skips his turn again. Deja vu with the combo. NP2, level 60, but upgraded. 51. Okay, that could have been better. Also, no full items. Please hit coup. Yes, that's so good. Look, I got all that NP charge. That saves Hercules' guts too, which is nice. Now again, we have to ask the question, do we want to just NP this guy or try to kill? I swear, I mean, it's 55k, that's not that bad. And look, now he's just BMing me. He's a double sure, I'm sorry, triple sure hit. Okay, if Mash lives, she can just taunt, right, next turn, and we're good. He has slightly more health than he did last time. Last time he had 19k. Look at all that sure hit. I don't think we need a taunt. Right? Can you do 21k? I think you can do 21k. This is where I really wish I had full items, or I had just leveled Ku a little bit more. Like it was like level 62 or something. That's fine. Oh yeah, that's fine. We're good. Okay, now we need Mash to get out of here. We could try to keep Mash alive and eat the NP, though. I think we saved the attack up for Lancelot. No. Agreed. Lancelot's NP5 and will do so much more damage, but I don't even care. Oh god, no, I should have saved it for Lancelot. That's right, Berserkers don't get the Berserker bonus here. So no, I should have saved that. Like, he'll still do some damage, sure, but Lancelot would have been way better. I'm gonna be greedy. I'm gonna try to keep Mash alive a little bit here. Dude, the Tristan Hammer of Herc emote, I love that. So weird seeing like the not Berserker damage. He still did good though. I like how we were supposed to do a Lancelot setup, and it really hasn't been that. Tristan, I forgot. He has such a... He just gives you so much NP. Look at that. Herc's at 53% right now. Like, he didn't do a damn thing, and he's at 53%. That is ridiculous. Wow, we're kind of just gonna destroy him here. Dude, the Knights are harder than Tristan. A lot of people get me and Kai confused. What I really enjoyed though is because for the longest time, the people that were like, you know, kind of into the YouTube FGO community, you know, a lot of people were aware of Kai and me. And then some people got us confused. And then eventually they realized that we were best friends in real life. Which is kind of funny. Look at him evading. But it's not gonna save him. It's all order now. And Tristan was like a nothing part of the stage. Like, he didn't matter at all. Yeah, I tell you, man, you gotta value the friends you got, because it's weird in today's world, but in today's world it's kind of harder than ever to make friends. Even though we have, like, it's because of social media, like, it has, like, this opposite effect sometimes. It's like, it's easier to make acquaintances than ever, and that's nice, because you can really enjoy the company of acquaintances and stuff. But it's a lot harder, I feel, for people to make, like, real, like, friendship connections these days. It's tough, man. it doesn't matter if you use social media or not. That's not why. Like you can, because I don't really use it either. I mean, I use Discord, I suppose, and I guess that kind of counts. But it just affects the way the population behaves in general, and like there's so many less like in-person get-togethers and things like that. So it's definitely affected it a lot, I think. They want you to use they want you to use Bedivere. Oh no, it's Tristan. That's actually fine. Do we use Bedivere then? That's a story. That's yeah. I think we just fight Tristan again, and he doesn't have the trash. I think that's what this stage is, which is probably going to be easier. But I feel like, hold on though. Everyone wanted to see Lancelot. I don't really feel like we used Lancelot there. I can't be the only one that feels like that was not a Lancelot setup. That was a Hercules setup. Like Lancelot didn't do jack shit. I've definitely become friends though with people from my stream and stuff. See, chat, this is what you gotta do. You gotta become a streamer, and then you gotta... No, hold on. You gotta be a YouTuber so you can, like, transfer that audience to streaming, and then you have to have a Discord, right? And then you can make friends, right? So that's clearly how you're supposed to do it. Alright, chat, what do you want? You want, Lancelot or story support Bedivere? Okay, type 1 in chat for Bedivere. 1 for Bedivere, because Bedivere's number 1. And then 2 for Lancelot. Because he's the other guy. Wow, Bedivere is destroying. Okay, there's a good bit of Lancelot. Okay, we just got a regular poll. We'll just use that. I get to vote. Who do I vote for? I like both of them. This is really close. Look at this battle, chat. Look at this battle. Oh, Bedivere's pulling ahead. Oh, here comes Best Boy. Okay, I think Bedivere's got this. He's ahead by quite a few votes there. Okay, Bedivere it is. I was close though. Lancelot kept up. He didn't get destroyed. So no trash. That changes this quite a bit. Oh, this song's gonna be copyrighted out the ass now. I probably already wrecked the VOD. Rip VOD. It's really fitting for this though. Like that song is so fitting for knights fighting each other, but mock copyright. I don't like emote-only mode though, because I like talking to my chat. It's like then they can't talk. It's only good in really. It is good in specific times. There is a time and a place for emote-only mode, but you know I like actually being able to talk to my chat. Rex, no. This mash is okay. Taunts are really good here. God, I can't believe my mash is level 30. What am I doing? I mean, it's working, I guess. I'd like to not really use Hercules, but I want the bond. Like, I'm really greedy for that bond. Like, I think you might need a last second unit. Okay, here's what we'll do. Alright. Oh yeah, people would abuse it like crazy. Dude, I know somebody that's never leveled their mash, ever. He's got a lot more health here, at least. Like, that's a lot more. I kind of want to save Bedivir's NP battery for maybe a second NP. I should have waited a turn to taunt. Bad opening hand, though. Leonidas is definitely the superior taunt wall for this fight, no question. I mean, because one, he can solo it, and two, because he'll just be NPing all the time. I like Cairo going for the level 1 Bontin Herc on one of his ult accounts. See, this is why I should have waited a turn, because we're one turn off his NP, so... And I'm well aware of this, which is why I said it right away. I'm sure Hercules can just straight up solo this stage. You probably don't even need his Bond CE if you set him up right. Like a 10-10-10, Herc could, I'm pretty sure could solo this. Maybe a bit close, but I think he could. And because, I don't know, it might not be that close because Tristan's really high hit count, so... He's got to use the evade early before he has sure hit. Do I want Mash to live? No. I don't. Feels bad. We'll just use this for the battery then. That's a weird turn. George does have a dragon boost lore-wise. Honestly, if you ever want to, I've said this so many times, you really can't buff George in the tanky department, that could be too much. But I think you could buff him in the damage department, because you're still almost always going to bring him as a tank and not a damage dealer, so normally if you buff his damage, it won't affect anything. So buff his NP, so it does more damage, and that gives you a budget art writer, you know, kinda, so that's kinda cool. And then give it to where it does bonus damage to dragons, and it applies the damage after applying the trait. So he makes him a dragon, then he does bonus damage every. So his NP is all of a sudden just doing way more damage. That's fair. I think that's fair. Now you gotta be a little careful because that would make George do quite a lot of damage for a 2-star, and he's already one of the best 2-stars in the game, right? But I think he could do it. He'd become really strong though, like really strong. See, we're kind of behind because we needed that NP to be tanked by George, and we kind of need the second NP to be tanked by Mash. Like, we'll still win, but we'd use Hercules a lot, which I don't really want to do. Help it. Because lore-wise, that's what George does. He turns everyone into dragons, and he does massive bonus damage to dragons. That's his shtick. Rip Caesar. I was really hoping he'd hit Fergus there. Damn! What? What? The music knows. We probably restart. I kind of want to not bring Hercules. As much as I want the bond, I'd like to do this without him. I'm sure I can. I can definitely do it. Like right now, Hercules isn't really even doing anything because he doesn't even do Berserker damage, but... Yeah, let's go again. Really though, Hercules is so not OP there. He's just like a regular... Oh, that would make it really hard for him to solo this then, actually. Because, yeah, he's a regular unit, but then still takes the bonus damage, and still has the lower Berserker multiplier, and all that good stuff. Yeah, I have a level 100 Sansa. Not on this account, but that's because I haven't grailed anything on this account. Yeah, only the NP has sure hit. He has sure hit for the turn that he does his NP. Then after that, he doesn't have it. A lot of people make that mistake. I've gotten a bajillion comments about people. They're like, why did you do that? He has sure hit. Because the buff lasts on your turn, but when it becomes Tristan's turn again, it's gone. So people think you cast evade, and they think you're casting evade when the enemy has sure hit. And the enemy does have sure hit, but that sure hit's going to go away when it's their turn, so it doesn't matter. That's a really common mistake. Okay, so this time I'm going to wait to taunt. And hopefully Tristan doesn't just, you know, shred somebody. Really wanted him to hit Bedivere. There you go. The NP gain is unnecessary here because Bedivere will get his NP from George dying, but might as well do some damage. Maybe I have Bedivere NP now, even though he won't have Caesar's buffs, just so we can just start working towards the next one as fast. That's not good. I think I have to evade on George here. That is so unfortunate. This is awkward. Yeah, it's not surprising Leo can solo this at all. He's like, this is his kind of stage. Like, every time there's enemies like this, he's really good at wrecking them. It just takes a minute. Man, things have not been going well for Caesar. Man, rip NP gain on Caesar, dude. It's not great. By the way, you could summon BR Mash. You could summon BR Mash for this fight from a friend, and she would actually wreck it. Like, she would absolutely wreck this stage because she gets the, you know, the weird class stuff with Shielder. And with the buffed VR match. Now, on NA, it wouldn't be so good because she doesn't have Black Barrel on NA. But on JP, Black Barrel match, you could absolutely use to shred Tristan. That would actually be pretty funny. Maybe I should have given that to Caesar. Nope. That worked out. This is so much better though. Like, having George tank the first NP, that's just, it's so much stronger. I messed up. I should have done Bedivere Buster Chain here. I should have not, like, NP'd with both. It's too late now because I did both of the AoE buffs, but I should have just done the attack buff, done Buster, 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 and then the next one do Caesar's. This is still fine now. This will do a lot of damage. Dramatic pause, yeah, that worked out. I mean, Babylon in many ways is actually easier than Camelot. It's just a bigger stat check. The gimmicks are easier, but the stat requirements are higher, so it kind of just depends. Like, absolutely the stat requirement is higher in Babylon. And I can say 100% having done the 1 to 3 star account, which I think is the most, like, legit, I could not have more restrictions than that, right? And that was like the most free-to-play thing you could possibly do. And Babylon was definitely harder than Camelot for that account. But it's because of the stats and stuff. It's close though, like Lion King was actually really hard on that account. And Aussie. Aussie and Lion King were the real issues. Yeah, her corrects Quetz big time. He doesn't get affected by her gimmick at all. And neither does Mori, funnily enough. He definitely got this. We still got Ku in the back. Man, Fergus got nothing done. That sucked. This is the worst turn, though, for Ku to show up. Because he's about, you know, evade's not going to do much good. We have Guts, thankfully, but that really is, like, the worst turn. How smart is Tristan going to be? It's not possible for him to kill all 3, though, in 1 turn. So I think we win no matter what. He could kill 2. But because of Guts, there's no way for all 3 of them to die. The maximum is 2. Alright, we super win now. So I could do like the Ku chain or the Buster chain, but we're gonna do the juicy Buster NP chain for Bedivere. Canon ending. Tristan, if I remember correctly, dies to the demon or the devil in Curse Arm's arm in the story. And I'm pretty sure that would have killed Curse Arm as well, but then Gramps kills it. I have no idea what the stage is. I guess it's I think it's Camelot Knights, like as they're retreating or some crap. I don't want to use any of these. I think a Rosh is about to. because I can. I don't think this is particularly a stage that makes like a loads of sense to bring her, but I just kind of feel like it. And thanks for the FB loser, yep. This is Curse from, what's the game called? It's an awesome game. What is it called? Crawl. That's right, it's called Crawl. That game is amazing. I wish it had online play, though. Basically, you play as, you know, however many players there are, you play as like 1 to like 4 heroes, and you're in a dungeon, and, at the start of the game, your guys go crazy, and you have to PvP and kill each other, but you only have 1 health. You hit each other 1 time and you die. And whoever is alive, and it literally takes seconds, right? You just have this stupid, it's not like a PvP game at all. Well, actually it is, but not exactly. Anyway, so whoever happens to be the 1 hero alive, they get to go through the dungeon and you have to do dungeon crawling stuff. And your compadres are now ghosts. And as ghosts, they can interact with the map and activate traps and throw pots at the hero. And sometimes they can summon monsters, and sometimes they can possess monsters and, you know, play as the monsters and try to kill the hero. And whichever ghost kills the hero gets resurrected, and now they're the hero. And now they're trying to go, you know, do stuff and get things done and everything. And now the other person that was the hero is now also a ghost. And it's an awesome game, very fun to play with friends. But yeah, it has no online play, unfortunately. Yeah, I played that with like Tusk and my brother and Kai and stuff, and it's really fun. It's not free, but it's fairly cheap. It's not that expensive. Yeah, I know of that, but it doesn't work very well. Like, that's such a... I like how the devs encourage that, which is just dumb, though. It's like, how about you make actual netcode? Like, that's basically a workaround for a game not having netcode. Like, they don't want it, they can't be bothered to code the netcode. It's pretty silly. Yeah, there's input lag when you use that and stuff. It's just kind of annoying. Me and Cairo use that sometimes to play Tales of, though. Hey, bro. That might be unnecessary. George is about to die. We're getting P game. Actually, it was necessary because it wasn't enough. Damn it. Fuck. I needed to kill that because it's a saber and it can mess her up. Gonna yeet this guy though. Do I save my buster up? Yeah, I don't think we need that. Hopefully they just don't hit her in the face. Hit Robin. Yes, that was not... When he crits, it's only 1 hit count. The archers get sure hit when they NP, but the sabers don't. I wish they had done that to Lantoria at the NP gain. The attack up is kind of unnecessary, but I want him to really mess up the other archer. Although I want to use her art card though. Also, I see what you did there, Rex. Yeah, we just beat Tristan. So, Lancelot's next. Damn it. Damn it! Unless you got her NP out of that, that works. This NP is pretty cool. Yeah, we said we'd use Hercules for Lancelot because if I had not had Hercules, I would have leveled Lu Bu, and we absolutely would use Lu Bu for Lancelot. That's what I did on the 1-3 star account. And on NA. I think everybody has meh days. Hey, Ari. But you gotta have downs to enjoy the ups. No, we don't bond in yet. We don't really farm on this account much, so it's pretty slow going. Like the account's not that high of a level, and that indicates how many stages you've done. So there's really no way we could have him at bond 10 yet. He's close to bond 7, I think. Oh yeah, I could summon a bond 10 Hercules from a friend easy if I wanted to. I just don't want to because I don't want to trivialize everything. Like bond 10 Herc is fair later in the game. You know, when like you're further in, but at this point it's too much, so I'm gonna try not to do that. We said we'd be okay with it once we got to like Lost Belts and Epic of Remnant, so. Which, you know, we're not actually that far away from, really. I have no idea what this stage is. I'm guessing Shadow Knight nonsense or something. I don't know if we really need Nursery Rhyme. I don't know how many assassins there's actually going to be. Having a third skill is nice, it is! Should really invest into getting Ushis, which I could have gotten. I used all those Rider XP cards on not Ushi, so. Kind of whack bringing Ushi here, but I'm hoping the assassins are just these guys, and then I can get her to the boss. I should have brought Ku though, because Ku's got his upgraded NP now, and it might only be NP 2, but Ku would have been better. I kind of forgot, I'm kind of used to Ushi being my best go-to thing for Berserkers, but that's not really the case now. Kind of annoyed. We're getting a lot of repeat songs on the playlist because some of the songs have like dead air, and so I just clicked somewhere else in the playlist, and that resets the random. So like if you initially do it, it's like it won't play the same song twice until you go through all 500 songs, which, you know, good luck with that. But yeah, if you reset it, then you can get anything. And we just coincidentally, I've gotten the same songs a bunch when I reset it like that. I almost want to NP right now, but there's no way that's the right thing to do. Stubbed my toe on accident, feels bad. Not as bad as stepping on a Lego though, generally, so at least there's that. I think I have her taunt this, because she can phase tank it fine. I probably should have killed the 12k one because he's got the attack up. I almost killed him. Nice damage, nerd! That's actually kind of... What? Dude, he killed himself hitting Plot Monk. Like, he tried so hard, but Plot Monk has actually got abs of steel, and he kills himself. That's rough, dude. What is this stage, man? Please tell me I'm not fighting a giant ghost at the end. That would be so bad. I'm trying to kill 2 of them here. Casual 81k to a 20k enemy, that makes sense. Damn, didn't quite kill. Couldn't really be meta with the damage there. Fuck! My math is wrong! Whiffing damage, boys. Don't crit Plot Monk. I just don't crit. Don't do it. Just hit it and then let Ushi hit it. I specifically asked you not to crit. You only had a 10% chance. What are you doing? The enemy's a fucking assassin anyway, but still, that's just... Oh, that's the second time that's happened in like the last 2 streams, dude. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have done the attack up. I should have NP'd, and on the next NP after doing our first skill, then I should have done the attack up. The only way that was right is if she ends up dying before getting her second NP. How are they going to do this NP in the anime? I actually really want to see that. Well, there goes, Ushi. I mean, of course the deck shuffles and I don't get any Plot Monk art cards. You realize how likely it is? It's like, you have 3 Plot Monk art cards, 3 David art cards, and 2 MASH art cards. You're killing me, game. Camelot's gonna be in 2 movies. But the first one got delayed, so we have no idea when we're actually getting it. So, because her first skill's not 10, I don't think she'd actually get her NP right here. That's annoying. I'm not sure how long each movie's gonna be. I like how we're at 95% now. We went from like not having it at all, and then to 95%, and now we're NP sealed. And then now he's gonna evade. Man, they're just not having it. They're just not having it. Like, you do not get to NP here. Freaking Soul Eater, man. I should have taunted with MASH last turn, so she, if he debuffed, it would have to hit MASH. I could have won that last turn if I had done that. I don't know why I did that. That was pointless. I guess in case David dies. I'm so salty how we went from not being able to NP even after we used our first skill to overcharging this much, and we haven't even used our first skill. Like, how does that happen? Alright, you're super dead, you stupid Soul Eater. Get out of here. Yeah, I'm really worried about the 2 different studios. working on them simultaneously. That's such a bad idea. Like, it could work. It's not doomed to fail. You know, you just need both studios to be good, basically. I mean, I don't know if they're working on it at the exact same time, but roughly. There's literally no point in hiring two different studios if you aren't trying to get it out more like that. Like, I'm sure there's going to be a gap in between for both marketing and timing and all those kinds of reasons. But it'd be like when one of the projects is like 80% done, the other project is 10% done, right? But that allows you to get both the movies out ultimately faster. Like, there's no other... The only reason you would get two studios like this is if in pre-production, the original studio you hired was just like, man, we fucking hate you, and the only reason we're doing this is because of the contract. That's like the only reason you would do this. Or vice versa, the higher-ups, you know, the executives are like, fuck this studio, y'all suck. We're getting someone else to do the next movie. Right, that's the only reason you'd have something like this happen. These stages are just like asking for a Berserker. I'm doing it. You can't stop me. Why does she have no CE? Oh, it's because I switched it to Canis when we were doing that thing earlier. Let me just, oh no, we give it to Lancelot, that's right. Okay, it's fixed. Yeah, I feel like Angry Cat is a good... She's a good Berserker, but she's not OP in any way, and so when you need a Berserker, it's a pretty fair thing to use. I don't remember, I don't know if I get FP from a followed thing, so I should do the non-followed one, which didn't pop up because this game... Okay, whatever. You do? Okay, then it don't matter. Yeah, I had no idea. Oh yeah, I gotta get a level 25 Benkei before we get to Gajuna. That's not anytime soon. They give out the mat rewards retroactively eventually at some point. I don't remember when though, no idea. You know, for NP gain, I think we do this. Like, I'm gonna kill the Berserker with the Berserker, that's so not meta. But it's got the most health. Damn. How much do I want NP gain on Q? I mean, not that much, but it's okay if I stall. I have a different account where I do 1 to 3 stars only. That account, though, I had the brilliant idea. Originally, I was like, yeah, we'll just do 1 to 3 stars only. And then I was like, man, the early stories are so easy. We'll also do 1 to 3 star CEs only. I regret that a lot. The first part was fine. The second part, not so much. Oh, this is only 2 waves. RNG, boys.
行くぜ。そうか。
Yeah, I summon supports that are 1 to 3 star as well. I use my main account, because my main account, I pretty much always summon my main account on that ult account because it has like all the 1 to 3 stars leveled just about, and it has a bunch of 1 to 3 star CEs and stuff, so. Because most people don't even keep their 3-star CEs, and if they do, they're not limit broken. And 3-star CEs are bad no matter what you do, but they're really bad if they're not limit broken. I really want George to die, but they're not having it.
お任せ。いいでしょう。ああ、行くぜ。
The only 3-star CE you really ever see slotted is Jeweled Sword. That does actually have use. Other than that, though, they're not really a thing. Aside from like really new players, they don't have a lot of options yet. Because for real, like Leyline, a limit broken Leyline is better than a lot of like random 4 and 5-star CEs for some units. So it would be worth putting it on your support list. And but they give out multiple 50% starting in PCEs that also have a side effect every year. So it's only useful like for the first few months of an account tops. You know, you're pretty quickly gonna run into stuff that's better. You know, I think she might be mad. I feel like she's not in the best mood. Nah. Fuck! We could have killed both there. I mean, it doesn't matter, we're gonna win. It's just, wow, they knew who was vulnerable there. Well, Origin Bullet didn't really matter because there wasn't... I thought there would be more casters than that. What's the best 4-star CE excluding Imaginary Element? I mean, it's not actually Imaginary Element. I mean, it can be. It's just situational. So it depends what you're doing. Imaginary Element is definitely one of the better ones, obviously. It's definitely one of the better ones. But you got Art of Death. Art of Death is super good. I actually just used it in a meta way, and then in a video I recorded. I haven't edited the video yet and all that, but Art of Death was super meta there. There's a few other good ones. The defense one. Was it the Shaw or what is it? I can't remember what it's called. What is it? God, it's on the tip of my tongue. No, not the Kyrie one. What is her fucking thing? Shroud. Thank you, Ari. God, that was killing me. But yeah, the 30% defense one, yeah, that's really strong, right? You have to be fighting a male boss, and you got a tanky unit. That is such a large defense up, and if they have their own defense up, it's crazy. Fine, we'll do Price Man. He's at least counterclassing soon. No synergy with Robin, but yeah, this thing. And even if it's not limit broken, it's 25%. That's really good. David has one of the dumbest Bond CEs in the game. There, I said it. It's true. It's such a bad Bond CE. I wish it was good, but holy crap, it's not. Oftentimes, Art of Death is not meta, but the reason for that is not because of its effect, it's just because it's not starting in P. Starting in P is just that good that often. It depends on the fight, the setup, but anytime starting in P is not meta, which, you know, comes up decently often, then Art of Death is extremely good. Okay, 2 waves. I guess it's just all Camelot Knights. I think we're getting close to Lancelot, because I know you fight him in the desert like this. Do I wait to taunt? The NP on the 4th turn. There's no way I'm killing all of these before they get their NPs. Yeah, I guess I wait then. I probably should have done protection from arrows then. It says there's only 2 hits and all that. I'm gonna cast this now and it might come back if I ever need it again later. Wait, this is the Lancelot fight? Oh god, we're so not ready. I think you're right. This is 2 waves, not 3 waves. I think you are right. This is the wrong team. He's immune to debuffs. This is not the time for Robin. Like, the boss is immune to debuffs. It's not, and we said we were going to use Hercules for Lancelot. So if somehow we win, we'll cancel and do it again with Hercules, but we'll see how this fares, just for funsies. Hell, I guess I poison now then, because you can't poison Lancelot. It's like you can do bonus damage with Berserkers as well. But I don't think it's not fun to do this fight with an Avenger at all, because when this fight was first released, there was like no Avengers in the game, and the only ones that were out were like 5 stars. Right, and overwhelmingly most people didn't have them. And it's just obvious, this fight is not scaled with an Avenger in mind. It's not. He does not have enough health for that. They're assuming you're either doing half damage and you're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned slow way, or you're using a Berserker who's gonna, you have to really work to protect the Berserker. Like, this fight is blatantly scaled like that. If you bring an Avenger, this fight is just a joke. Which, if you want to just get through it, then sure. If you just want to win, that's the way to go. But we're actually having fun and like interacting with the boss. I don't want to do that at all. And again, because the majority of players, way back in the day when this first came out on JP, Avengers were so rare. And man, I don't know, on JP, when did they fix the support list? The support list for JP used to be, you could only summon friends leader slot. You didn't have other slots. And you also didn't have an extra slot either. And a lot of people didn't have, the few 5, like Jolter and Edmund, I think that was it. I don't know when they fixed that though. Well, not really fixed, changed. I don't know when they changed that. Yeah, I know originally you could only summon the leader slot, which is just madness. Yeah, there is Angra. It's just one, Angra is also unbelievably rare, and also he's not going to carry you here. If they're okay, that's the one Avenger I think is pretty fair here. If you want to try to you do Angra here, you be my guest. You have fun with that. Enjoy your 6k NP. What's funny too is Angra's NP, because it's true damage, does not do more damage to rulers. Its damage is not affected by class affinity stuff in any way. So that's the thing. Angra, man. Napoleon with a ticket, grats. Assuming you like Napoleon, and if you don't, then at least you can get a bunch of rare prisms. So it kind of, I take five rare prisms for 1 summon ticket. That's a good deal. Do I need the Buster up? Because he has the defense up, I probably do. I mean, Antonio is really far away from being legit because he was added so far after Camelot. And even though Antonio's not that strong in comparison to like Jolter, he would still make this really trivial. Like, I have to stress this. The older ruler fights in no way are designed for there to be an enemy that takes half damage from them like that and then does double damage to them. They give them so much lower attack and health in comparison to other bosses. Right? You're not supposed to have something like that. Like, it's obvious. It's just obvious. Like, look at the way Lobo is scaled and he is an Avenger, but like he wasn't scaled for Moon Cancer, because they didn't exist yet. So like his health pool and everything is clearly not designed for that. And that's why I don't like Foreigners. It's the same thing. Almost every Berserker boss ever made is not designed where they're supposed to be doing, you know, penny damage to a unit. And also, it's not like there was it's not like God came down and was like, Angra is the weakest servant. It was just Angra saying he's the weakest servant. And from his own life experience, he probably is. I don't think Angra has ever met Matahari. I don't think that ever happened. And I don't think he ever met Uriel either, or Kyohime or any of those. Like, he just, you know, that's just like an off-the-cuff remark from Angra. And you could say it's exposition from the writers in a way, but again, at the time, as Rex said, Matahari hadn't even been conceptualized. They hadn't even thought that Matahari was going to exist as a heroic spirit way back then. And yeah, I mean, there's no way around it. Angra would fucking shred Matahari. Like easily. Like, you know, Angra's not great, but he could definitely handle. We are so fucked. Look at that. He has 244k health. That's nothing in comparison to what we've been fighting, right? Now, if he's got ruler health and you're doing half damage, then he's actually a little bit harder than everything we've been fighting, other than maybe Gwaine. And then if you have a Berserker, you can kill him quite quickly, but you're using a Berserker. Like, Berserkers being able to kill rulers quickly is fair, and then being able to kill Avengers quickly is fair, because Berserkers drop like rocks, right? They pay for that benefit, where, you know, if you're doing like these classes that made way later in the game, it's, you know, just super easy. And if you want to make it super easy, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, be my guest. It's just, there's no way around it. There's no denying when they designed, you know, Lobo in Epic of Remnant, they did not have Moon Cancer in mind, and so on and so forth. That's why I've always said, though, Avenger is a really bad class that does not work for the game. It just doesn't. Because it's, again, going back to Jolter in Orleans, you know, it's obvious you're not supposed to have a proper counterclass to that fight. You know, but then they eventually added one. And then so now, even today, when they make ruler fights, you can tell they have like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Right? Or they're trying to find this balance of, okay, we have to make it reasonable if you don't have an Avenger, but then that makes it way too easy if you do have one. Right? It's so obvious they just cannot balance it. And because you can't, it's impossible. There's no way to do both. Because they know a lot of people don't have Avengers, so they don't try to make fights with Avengers in mind. But then at the same time, they know it's a joke if you have an Avenger. There's so many things wrong with Matahari, because I cannot stress how common being immune to charm is in the Nasu-verse. It's unbelievably common. Like, it's crazy common. And it even says servants that have really high willpower and don't have a skill to resist charm can still resist charm. And then you have just so many servants that have immunity to charm. And then every Berserker, aside from like really wonky Berserkers, but every Berserker is immune to charm. That's just part of the Berserker class, is they get to be immune to charm. And then you have lots of people that have really high magic resist and that kind of stuff too. Like, it's ridiculous. And a lot of people can just kill her before she'd ever get a chance to do anything. And another issue is she has no skill. She's not an assassin, right? She's an assassin class, but she is not an assassin. She has no skill in the art of like what I always use the example, what 100 Face does. Zaid in Fate Zero, when he's going into Tokiomi's mansion, Matahari couldn't do that. So, you know, and Zaid is not even like the most elite assassin by any means, but he's actually capable of navigating this crazy magical bounded field. The bounded field doesn't care if you have espionage or presence concealment, right? It doesn't care. It doesn't matter if you're invisible or not. You know, it's just an automated defense system that's going to, you know, work as it works against anything, if it sees you or not. And so you need skill to get around it, and Matahari doesn't have that. I mean, she'd get absolutely destroyed. And most Magus are going to have stuff like that. Yeah, Berserkers have the advantage, it's just they have the drawback too. Alright, what do we want to do here? I might just go with George. I don't really feel like summoning. Like, anything I summon is either going to be pointless or too strong or whatever. Or I could summon Nash, that'd be kind of funny, but I think I'll just go with George. It's pretty, it's useful, but not, you know, that big of a deal. Or we could go with, like a random archer. Let's just go with like a random archer, like nothing super strong. Could do Kid Gill. People are always asking me to use Kid Gill, or a certain someone is always asking me to use Kid Gill. This is kind of an okay opportunity for that. And I don't think anyone in their right mind would be like, Kid Gill's OP. It's not level 71. I'm looking at CEs here for my Berserker that I'm changing. Okay. What do we try? Like Saber Alter as in lore or as in gameplay? In gameplay, she's okay. She's kind of average. She's just kind of an average AoE Saber. She gets her NP kind of quick, hits rather hard, but she has no survivability or utility. Honestly, Matahari and Kiyohime are both terrible, and it would probably just depend on context in the Master. I think they're both really bad. I'd probably go with Matahari, though, because at least she's not a treacherous piece of shit. So I would go with that one. But she had, you know, at least Kiyohime has a really strong NP. Everything else about her is horrible, and she's super easy for Kiyohime to get picked off like an archer. If there's no plot armor, seriously, in a world where there's plot armor, they're not gonna have an archer just blow Kiyohime's head off like Emiya does in Fate Hollow. Emiya gets to do that in Fate Hollow though because it's looping and stuff, so when he snipes somebody, it doesn't ruin the story, right? They would never do that in a normal story, which is dumb. That's plot armor. But anyway, so yeah, if there's no plot armor, she would just be so dead. She has no stealth, no skill, no stats, no combat ability. Like, she's just gonna get destroyed. Like, her NP's strong, but that's it. And she's more likely to NP her master than anyone else, so it's pretty dumb. People have this fantasy world where, like, obsessive, insane yandere stalkers aren't insane, right? I think people have watched, like, too much anime, I swear. And, like, has nobody read her legends? Because she has a few, right? There's different takes on it, but there's a central theme to it. I won't spoil it, but it's not great. Like, I don't know how anyone can read any of the versions of her story, especially the older ones, and be like, oh yeah, I want to summon that. I guess we put Herc in the front. I'm kind of iffy on that. NP1 Herc though, oh boy. I need Kid Gill to I need Kid Gill to get his NP pretty quick. I don't know about this. Might need to put Hercules in the back. We'll see. Yeah, there's a lot of things wrong with Matahari's present concealment because it's not presence concealment. It's espionage. And it is objectively worse than present concealment in every single way. Because she's not actually invisible, and even if what it does is it makes her seem like a normal human, right? Like someone that's just not like a Magus and not a servant, right? It appears just a regular human. The thing is, if a regular human is in, like, let's look at Tokiomi, right? Tokiomi was a pretty standard Magus, right? If Tokiomi's in his mansion with Gilgamesh, and some random human that has no business being there is walking up to his mansion, he's gonna kill them, right? It doesn't matter if he thinks they're a servant or not. And it'd be one thing if, like, oh, he thinks it's a human, so, you know, he's just gonna leave, like, the bounded field to deal with her. But, oh no, she's actually a super skilled servant and she can get through the bounded field. She can't, right? He can be, oh, it's just a human, let the familiars take care of it or whatever. they can actually take care of it, right? Where if it's like Curse Arm, and they thought Curse Arm was a normal human, and they're like, oh yeah, the Bounded Field or the Familiars can take care of it, who gives a shit? You know, Curse Arm will beat the crap out of them, right? And that's like a thing. Matahari can't do that, right? So if Matahari's like going into places she shouldn't be, the fact that they think she's a human isn't very helpful. And then her stats are still terrible, and then also loads of people are immune to it, and then way worse, and never mind all that, throw everything I just said out the window, right? The big problem is, if she's ever discovered, and it says this in her character material book, if she's ever discovered, she cannot hide ever again. Like, she can't use the skill, it's gone, right? Now, with, like, again, Curse Arm, you know, kind of your typical assassin, he's got Presence Concealment, the standard skill for an assassin. If he gets discovered, yeah, that's bad. But if he gets out of there, if he bails out, you know, he's got high agility, his magic could use a command spell to teleport him, whatever. So if he gets out of there, he can re-stealth. He can use Present Concealment again. He's not like, oh, I got found once, now I can't do it again, right? Like, that's stupid. Like, she is trash. And I always find it weird that somebody always defends her when the story says she's trash, she says she's trash, and like the character material books say she's trash. And then people try to find a way where like she's amazing or something. It's just silly. But my wife, that's the thing. I like Sanson. Sanson's my boy, right? Sanson's my boy. And you know, he's okay. He's better than Matahari, sure, but my god, he's not that strong of a servant. He's got a rather low Present Concealment rank, right? It's like C. Whoop-de-doo. His stats aren't very good. His skills are okay, but they're not amazing. And his NP's good. I'll say this, Sanson's NP in lore is very good. But that's, a lot of servants have good NPs, right? A lot of servants have good NPs, and then they also have good stats and personal skills and all these things, right? So there's no world where Sanson's amazing. He's pretty Like if I had a Grail War and I was looking at the roster and you know, and you're looking at like random servants, right? And you see Sanson is the assassin, I'm not betting on him, right? And the only way I'd bet on Sanson is just like if everything else in the war is awful, right? If it's just like a collection of average servants, I'm not betting on Sanson. That's not gonna happen. I mean, there is no Grail War where Matahari does well that's ever existed, ever. Because every Grail War that's ever existed, there's a Berserker who's immune to Charm. There's 3 classes that have very high magic resistance. And there's pretty much always multiple people that have Charm immunity. And then, even if they don't have Charm immunity, they might be, you know, like an archer who's going to be staying really far away, you know, Hawkeye and all that shit. It's just not good. And then the biggest thing that makes Matahari, the biggest thing that makes her bad is without plot armor, the Magus aren't going to be stupid, and Magus have bounded fields. It's like, and she can't get around them. Remember Canis, not Canis, Canis. Remember him in his hotel? What is Matahari going to do about that? Can someone explain this to me? Right, and that's what Magus do. That's what they do. That's what all of them do. Like, look at Tokiyama's mansion and Canis hotel. What the fuck is Matahari gonna do about that? Like, she has no option there. And in most Grail Wars, that's everybody, right? So it's like, you know, if you send her out to do anything, she's gonna die to automated defenses. It's like, great. Yeah, no, that's literally what Berserkers, their unique thing is they're immune to Charm. They're also immune to a few other things. I think they're immune to fear and stuff. Basically, no one has fear, by the way. Like, in gameplay, there's some people that do. And I think somebody does in lore, I swear. But if you read all the character material books and the visual novel profiles and stuff, they mention fear as a thing multiple times. And they're not talking about, like, fear as in, like, the real life thing is fear. They mean, like, how do you put it? They mean, like, an ability, right? Like, and it's, like, never a thing. It's like, never a thing. It's not about mental debuff resistance. It's about, you know, because Berserkers are just, okay, let me explain. This is why Berserkers are immune to Charm. And imagine like Lu Bu when he's all actually giving a fuck about somebody dancing. He's not even. He's insane. Berserkers are insane. They're so crazy. It doesn't affect them. That's the point. Like they're out of their fucking minds. And then Mori is like double immune to those kinds of things. He's a berserker and has the normal stuff, and then he has a skill, and this is hilarious how they represent it in gameplay. It's his crit buff skill that makes him where you can't buff him, right? When it's impossible to buff him, like it'll no effect and all, or it'll miss because it gives him like 500% or 100% chance for buffs to fail on him. It's basically he's so nuts, like his brain is so fucked up on his own that like nothing else can affect it, like even good things or bad things. Like he's so fucking insane that nothing affects him, which I would actually say is probably more of a bad thing than a good thing. Why are we arguing that it doesn't work on, like it works on Berserkers? It does not work on Berserkers. Also, she's never going to get to, and without plot armor, how are you ever going to use it? Like, how are you ever going to use that NP? Because like there are people that have like abilities that give them specifically mental debuff resistance, right? Like I'm trying to think who is one. This is a bad example because he doesn't have it, but he can have it. Like Lu Bu, if he's not a berserker, can have a skill. It's not specific to charm, it's just mental debuff resistance, right? Like she can get around that kind of stuff, which is good, but it doesn't get around, you know, madness enhancement and all the other things that specifically make them immune to charm and like determination of steel and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't get around those things. And even if it did, which it doesn't, but even if it did, it doesn't help with the fact that you're like never going to be able to use it on anything ever, because she has terrible stats and she can't get around a bounded field to save her life, and she has no stealth and she can get one shot by like everything. Like imagine her trying to get close to Emiya, right? Like if there's no plot armor, you know, he's over there on like the bridge sniping bitches and shit. Like what's she gonna do? Like how's that gonna work? All right, like I gotta think here. Let's not fuck this up. So Kid Gil NP is like the most important thing, but so is, I do need NP on Herc. I think we do this. I was thinking about using Herc's card to give Kid Gil more NP gain, but I don't think it's worth it. I like how this happens though every time we talk about Matahari. I don't understand. It's like they think that the stories that what the fork. What are you? I like how that's so bad because they waste my taunt and now they all have defense buffs. Anyway, it's like people think they know better than the story, the writers, and the character themselves, right? Because all of these things are like, oh yeah, Matahari's terrible, and it would never do well in a normal Grail War. And again, the whole espionage thing being like so temporary is just, like if she had proper presence concealment, and she was a skilled individual, she would have a shot, right? You still kind of rolling the dice with, you know, some of the enemy abilities and berserkers and all that kind of stuff. But then you'd have a shot, because if she was a skilled assassin, like Curse Arm or 100 Face, you know, then she actually has a chance against bounded fields and things like that. And she can actually hide, and if she gets discovered, the master could use like a command spell to teleport her out, and you could re-stealth and things like that. You know, and then she could actually use her NP and stuff. But she doesn't have any of these things. Yeah, Moriarty could definitely win a Grail War, just depends on, you know, who's there. Like it's not like, you know, it all depends on who the fuck's there. But yeah, Moriarty is, you know, certainly got good abilities and everything, so. Yeah, Spartacus is actually really strong. He's crazy though, that's the whole thing. Like they say he's very unlikely to win a war because he's just so crazy. You know, his abilities are great, but it'd be really hard to work with him. He's probably gonna run off and die. Now, Saber Spartacus could probably win a war, and what they've detailed of his abilities, they're quite good, so, and he's way more sane, so Saber Spartacus actually would have a pretty decent shot at it. Also, even if you do charm someone with Matahari, one, it's temporary, and two, you have to have charmed somebody that is good enough to win, because Matahari's not going to do anything on her own, right? So why don't you just... So let's say you charm X servant and X is pretty good. It would have been better to just summon X, right? So it's like the one thing you might be able to charm might not be any good. It's not like Matahari plus Y is actually going to be good. It's still not. Charlotte's definitely better than Matahari. Like, she's got some problems too. But yeah, she's got some okay stuff. Yeah, she has weak stats. And her NP is like so specific. Like, it's so specific, right? So it's not exactly good. It can kill people and stuff, but it's pretty whack. But then her skills are alright. But she's definitely on the lower end of assassins. Honestly, I think one of the stronger assassins is just Curse Arm. Just because, and yeah, he's got weaknesses. Like, if he gets caught out in a head-on fight, he's gonna get wrecked, big time. But he's got really, really high presence concealment. And then his NP, although it takes a long time to prep and stuff, like if Curse Arm was fighting Ku 1v1, he'd get wrecked, right? And that's what, even though Ku was being like super nerfed, Ku was beating the shit out of him. That the anime doesn't make it seem that way, but that's because the anime is trying to make it dramatic. And if it was a fair 1v1, he would never have time to use his NP, ever. That was like the whole thing. Like, he needed the shadow to distract Ku so he could do his NP. Because if he tried to do it, you know, Ku would just murder him, because it takes quite a while. And that's how a lot of servants would be. If they know about Curse Arm, it'd be a real problem. But the thing is, his presence concealment is so good, you can just be so sneaky, and you just wait for servants to fight each other. Like, remember when Artoria was fighting, you know, Dyrmid in Phase 0? If you had Curse Arm, you just have them wait until they're busy, and you just kill one of them. Just, they're dead. It's like, it's super good. It's like, yeah, there are circumstances where he's got problems, but like, it's pretty easy to win with Curse Arm, honestly. As long, like, there's certain things that are really bad for him. Like, Ku was actually really, really bad for him. And there's like, things like Enkidu and stuff, but that's bad for everybody. But yeah, I think Curse Arm is definitely one of the better assassins out there. There are no what do you not, what normal people are you gonna charm? There is no such thing as a strong normal person in the Natsuverse. They're all trash. Like a servant could just kill like an entire city, like it's nothing. Like that's like charming Jim Bob to go fight Goku, right? It doesn't do anything. And then like the proper Magus are they're going to be the ones like in the Grail War. There aren't normal, generally there aren't normal Magus in Fuyuki. They're not there, and if they are, they're going to have bounded fields and all that. So she can't get to them. Anyone strong enough that's alive to charm, you can't you can't charm them because they're going to have bounded fields and stuff because they're proper Magus. And if they're not a proper Magus, they're not worth a shit. And most proper Magus are going to get slaughtered by a servant. Like, remember when Kurutsugu got cornered by Dyrmid, and how Dyrmid was like, you know, there's literally no point in even trying to defend yourself because I could kill you with the flick of my wrist. They're not exaggerating about that. And Kurutsugu is way stronger than most people. Like, most Magus have there's literally like 5 people on the fucking planet that can fight a servant, right? And most of them would still lose to a servant pretty badly. And those 5 people, you are never gonna charm because it's like a Bazette, but under very specific circumstances. What the fuck is that chick for Tsukihime, like Celia or something, whatever the fuck? She's not even there, for God's sakes. You got like what's her name, Akko or whatever. Again, you're never gonna charm her either. There's a couple of I got Void Shiki, but she's normally not in Void Shiki form, and even she can't, like they straight up say she can't beat a servant, she can just be defensive. Also, I don't think you're just no way you're gonna charm her either. Like, literally none of the people that would do anything against a servant are even there, and let alone, you know, you're gonna get a hold of them. Like, it's just not a thing. Like, if you charm like half the city, that does nothing. Like, it does absolutely nothing. Zeltric's not even in the timeline! Like, Zeltric's not even in the timeline! He's like, it's some outer dimension bullshit. And like, he can see all the timelines, so he knew if someone's trying to charm him, he would know like way ahead of time. Also, it's really not clear how powerful Zeltric is anymore. He used to be really powerful, but he's really over the hill now, and he got really wounded by the Crimson Moon and all that, so it's not really clear where he is, like, power scaling wise. He's definitely strong though, like, no doubt, but honestly, I'm not sure I'd be betting on him against a servant. Depends on the servant though. Now, I will say this. If you were working with Dumas, then you might be able to, you know, use normal humans. Because that's what they're doing, you know, because Dumas can make noble phantasms, and they're very powerful. And he can allow normal people to use them. And so you could get a lot of normal people on board with Matahari, and then you give them Dumas MPs, and then now they're a threat. But there's a lot of problems there. It takes Dumas a lot of time to make those NPs. So in a short amount of time, you're only gonna have like 1 or 2 of them. And then Matahari's charm doesn't last forever. So like that's not great. And it's not like, and here's another problem, it's not like Matahari makes them skilled, right? She can't take a civilian and make them suddenly very skillful with like a battle axe. It doesn't work like that. Where in Dumas's case in Fate Strange Fake, you know, they're working with the police force, right? And like SWAT and stuff. So these people are like trained and they know what they're doing to a degree. So they're way better with Noble Phantasms than like Joe Blow is. There's some pretty normal stuff in Fate Strange Fake too, though, actually. Okay. So we need everything to die here. And we need to get as much NP gain on Herc as possible. I'm worried about that 73k one. I could try to charm it as in case this goes bad. Oh my god, he actually landed it. We're so off topic. Like, we're supposed to be like fighting Lancelot, guys. And you know, most servants, if the stars align and there's plot armor and all these other things, there's ways that they could win. But that can be said for Angra too, like very much so. Yeah, regular Wadim would get shredded by a servant. The reason he's so strong is because of all the singularity stuff that he did and all that kind of thing, and then, you know, the Lost Spell tree and stuff. You know, Wadim is pretty much top of the line Magus for the modern era, but yeah, he would get like, Dearmid would kill him immediately, just in seconds. Like, I mean, Wadim would never even get to cast anything. That's a big part of why, you know, Magus is pretty much the strongest thing you have for humanity in the current time. They just have no chance against servants because the servants are just so much faster and stronger than them. Like, even Kurutsugu had no chance, and Kurutsugu is way better, you know, speed-wise and stuff like that than most people. And he has, like, no chance against Dearmid at all. Yeah, I mean, the thing, okay, Angra does do fairly well in Fate Hollow, but that is because he was paired with a miracle master that is the exact thing that he needed, right? Like, if Matahari got paired with somebody that could give her, like, proper presence concealment and give her the matrix so she can, like, learn kung fu or something, right? That would be really good for her too, right? But, like, it's not like, you know, Bizet's just the perfect thing ever for Angra, so that's why they actually had a decent performance. Because it's not just Bizet pulling a lot of the weight, it's that Bizet having the NP that she has is the perfect thing to work with Angra, because Angra is really good at least, the one thing Angra's good at is in provoking the enemy into trying to immediately kill him. because they catch on to what his pain sharing thing is, and they're like, okay, I need to just kill him, right? And that's a good way to get them to use their noble phantasm, right? And if they do that, they basically lose. Like 95% of servants, if they use their noble phantasm in the presence of Bazette, they lose. They just lose, right? And so, and Angra's this guy that the one thing he's good at is baiting the enemy into using their noble phantasm. And then Bazette's also, she's strong and fast enough to not just get run over by servants in 2 seconds because of her whole, runs and stuff. This just coincidentally makes a ridiculously good team. But other than that, I don't know of any other Magus that would actually work. Like Wadim and Angra would not work, right? Like that would not work at all. Although that would be an interesting conversation. Wait, what are we talking about with Zeltrick? Yeah, Bazette has no chance against Hercules. In the character material, I'm pretty sure they just straight up name that Hercules is a huge counter to that. Because first, I will say, it's pretty weird in Fate Stay Night specifically, because he's a Berserker there. But any form of Hercules would be a huge problem for her because of God Hand, right? Now, the Berserker one is actually even worse because Berserker Hercules can't use 9 lives, which is his trump card. So she wouldn't even be able to activate the damn thing. And even if by some magic you could maybe use a command spell on Hercules to give him like mental clarity for a little while, and he could use 9 lives, and for some reason he uses it, and then Bazette goes to do, her NP, it would kill Hercules once, and then he would just come back to life and it wouldn't matter, and then Bazette would die. So it's really bad. See, I need someone to have died so we have MASH. This is kind of wonky now. Whoa, I shouldn't have done that. I forgot. His gimmick is he always attacks the person who has the most health. Oh god, I just threw there. He was guaranteed not to attack Hercules for quite a while there. But I just messed it up there. Oops! I could give him a evade. You know what? I'm gonna give him a evade, so he attacks Hercules a bunch, and then we get a bunch of NP back. I blame Chad for this. They've never confirmed, and they've been really wonky about it, like how much resistance Hercules gets per death. The thing that killed him. Obviously if he dies to it a lot, he'll get more and more resistance to the point where he's not going to die to it anymore. But we have no idea, the percentages and how that works. Wow, he's already... That's NP1 Hercules, and he's already almost dead. This is what I'm talking about. Like, now imagine this is an Avenger who's taking, like, no damage at all from Lancelot. Wow, we absolutely shredded this. That was really easy. That's kind of sad. Herc's a little bit good. That's true, you are supposed to be level 16. But, Rex, I feel confident that we would have won. Because look at how much overkill we're doing. I mean, he's got like no health right now. We're overkilling like crazy, and we had several turns of left. A 60 Herc would have won. A 60 Herc would have done that. And we already know because Lu Bu's done it at 70. Like, it was a 3-star CE, so... But yeah, you are right. We are a bit over-leveled for that. On Hercules specifically. Everyone else, though, not so much. And you can't argue this, Rex. Our skill ranks are lower than they're supposed to be. Most people, by the time they got to Camelot, they've been doing several events. We haven't done that, and so their skill ranks are, up some, maybe a few characters at 10, some at 5, some at 6. We're all 1-1-1 over here. I think this is Aussie stuff now. Like, we start fighting Sphinxes and stuff. I should. I'll do one more, but I should wrap up soon. I want to save all the Aussie stuff for the next stream. Also, I think it's gonna be really hard. The Aussie stuff was so hard. I remember on the 1 to 3 star account. Although it was easy on NA, and I did 1 to 3 stars on NA as well. It was just I was more prepared. I had more things leveled and whatnot. Oh yeah, we do get the Nash upgrade soon. I think it's this stage, actually. Oh, I know what I'm summoning. By the way, Kid Guild did exactly what it was supposed to there, so that worked out well. And the Charmer is actually useful. Feels good. You're summoning a friend, yo. Alright. Let's do Ice Ushi's fine. I'm so glad they added him to the game. I'm just so happy. Like, he's such a fun unit and he's good, but he's not overpowered at all. Like, he just fits into the game so well. Golden Sumo's not cheating. I mean, like, the event had already happened and everything. That's a Nitocris in the sky. Like, it already existed when Camelot came out. They use Zeltrick as a plot device a lot, and it was almost like a narrator. It's hard to say if they'd actually use him in a really serious way in FGO. They might. I wouldn't be surprised if he plays like a bit of a role in like at the ending of 2.0, but I doubt he's gonna play like a massive role. I doubt it. Ricky, please come to my Chaldia more. 10, 10, 10 in P2 feels bad. I got pretty lucky with that. I got him through FP pretty quickly, and then when we just done like some random rolling or whatever, and like summon tickets and stuff, I got him quite quick. Even on my ult account, I got him pretty quickly, so that was nice. Ricky's one of the. You know what's crazy? Wait, can you? I can't. No, yeah, you can get Ricky right from the get-go. Like he's just an FP summon. Because this account has basically every 3-star in the game now, and we got that pretty quickly. I think the one thing we're missing is Ricky Boy. I think it's the only one. Obviously, we're not NP5 on everybody, but I think we have every other default 1 to 3-star. Yeah, I could see like Zeltrick doing a little bit in FGO. We'll see though. We'll see. I wouldn't complain though if they used him. That'd be fine. As long as the, you know, like I said, he's really easy to use as a plot device, which I don't like. So they need to be smart about it. But you know, he's kind of a popular character, so it'd be kind of cool if he got something. I know it's Flippius, obviously. One nice thing about Ricky is he's comparable to Ushi, and he doesn't need to do any upgrade quests or anything like that. Just out of the box, he's pretty good. Although Ushi's able to do her upgrade quest so early and at such a low level. Wait, who said? How did Tree get brought up? Or is this just a general checkup? I saw cries and locked Asclepius. Oh. I thought she said, at least I have him to help me out there. And I wasn't really sure what the hell she was talking about. Which is, it was Irie. I see now. No, I read it. I read Irie as like it or I or some shit. I just glossed over it. hey, I'm the one that's blind in an eye, Rex, so it's pretty easy for me to misread things. I should have brought someone that was AoE. I thought there was gonna be a lot more casters than this. You know, it's funny, Saber Nero. This makes me think, though, that they're definitely going to use Ort in FGO. Because, first of all, they hinted at it fairly heavily in Lost Belt 5. And even before that, we kind of already thought it might be a thing. But the fact that they've also hinted at Zoltric, where, you know, Zoltric has shown a lot of interest in Ort, like in Fate Strange Fake, that was the whole thing. That was the whole thing, right? That was like the big nod that they did there. So yeah, with all that stuff, I really do think Ort is going to be in Fate Grand Order. I'm just worried they're going to, you know, have him get bitch slapped by the alien god and get possessed by him, and that's that, and that's what wakes him up or whatever. Like, he's just sleeping and he wakes up because the alien god possesses him or something stupid. That would be really lame. But we'll see. Might be kind of early to NP with Ushi, but I figure we might be able to get her NP back, so. I mean, we already have notes references in FGO. I mean, hell, all the Ort stuff is a notes reference, so. You know, we got Black Barrel and Ort. And then there's a slash Emperor reference, as in just like a joke, but it's something, I guess. MHX is totally unique. Feels bad. And I could have done Ricky's card first, I think. Got slightly higher NP gain if I'd done that. Man, I kind of want to wait until Ricky just randomly has art cards. It's all, you can do a lot more like cool stuff. Or if he was low in health, that would be good too. This is not guys, we're fighting Ricky Boy. The music, see, that's he just got a hairdo. It's only one art card. I should have brought Switch Mysticode. Man, I could have brought Switch Mysticode and Mozart to get a giant art up and then the crits. Why didn't I think of that? That would have been so good. I mean, it's not like we really need to loop that much. It's just cool. We'll just go now. We could do so much better than this, though. He stole my Dante's? Wait, what? I just randomly look at chat and that's what I see. Oh, lost. I think you might be misunderstanding that MHX comment earlier. Just a little bit. Well, NP drain. You know what's sad is I bet well over 50% of the FGO player base when they saw MHX's NP for the first time. It had no idea, and a good chunk of them probably still have no idea. Although I would hope a decent amount know by now. But But that's sad, because like when I saw it, I immediately was like, oh, yeah, that's a Slash Emperor reference. Because it's really on the nose. Yeah, Zoltrick being a grand would be really stupid. That makes like no sense. I mean, FGO does things that make no sense all the time, so I'm not saying it can't happen. But that would be dumb. I would not be a fan of that. Because yeah, he's not dead. He's not like famous in a way to even qualify for that kind of thing. Like, there's just so many reasons I wouldn't really care for that. I mean, there's more than one grand for each class. It's not like no one's inherently a grand. Let's please not go into that again. Alright, I think we'll wrap up there. I need to eat really bad. It's getting kind of late. I got some stuff done though. I finally fought Tristan in Lancelot. So let's see. I guess we're getting there. We got all the Aussie stuff coming up, which that's actually going to be pretty hard. The Aussie stuff's going to be a nightmare. And then the Demon God is after that. And then I think we do like a bunch of, enforcement knights, and we fight all the knights again, and then Lion King. So we're kind of getting to the good stuff here. But I'm looking forward to fighting Gwen again. All right, boys, you guys have a good one. I might take tomorrow off because I'm really behind on a few things, and I do kind of want to do some of these hunting quests on this account and use my AP for that. But I might stream tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Let's raid somebody. I think this guy's doing... Epic Remnant 1? So I guess we'll raid that. That could be fun. Alright, boys. Peace out. I'm gonna go get me some grub. And I'll see you either tomorrow or the day after. Probably the day after, but we'll see.